Well, any ideas? All right, so GKR is officially starting their next EV project here with this 63 Volkswagen double cab, and we're stepping up from our old Hyper 9 systems, which are high voltage, and when I say high voltage, they were 175, 177 volts, but this is gonna be a 400 volt setup because it's got the Tesla small drive unit out of a Model S. And let's just say, we're kind of stepping it up here, seeing what we can do with 400 volts. It's gonna be a lot of power for this car, which I'm wondering if these axles are gonna handle that. So we'll have to do some testing on those and get little specs figured out on what they can handle. But the good thing is this is an early generation double cab, and later generation vans and the ones you're used to seeing from Volkswagen of those like late 60s, early 70s, do have an upgraded rear suspension system that pretty much bolts right in. If we have to go that route, we will, but for now, we're gonna get this in here, where that old transaxle is, get it out, and just see how everything lines up, and go to the next steps. Usually I do batteries first, because you gotta know where the batteries go, but we got a little surprise this time with our batteries. Going to a 400 volt system, we kind of cheated and got an APP set, but I'll stop talking about it. Let's go check it out.
There might be another one too. Okay. Much better. Maybe, but there's not much to grab onto, so I'm going to try to go right here. Maybe. Yep. Okay. Whew.
Just pick it up. Slide it right there. Okay. You recording all this? All right, you got it?
Yep.
It was at this moment he knew he messed up.
That was about my kneecap.
About it.
About tore an ACL there.
Just don't fuck that thing
I had
up.
way too much weight on that knee. Let's see how that looks. All right, so did not tear an ACL getting these out. They're definitely heavy. Carbon fiber helps a little bit, but only so much. The thing I like to do, especially with like really cool fancy parts like this, is just kind of try to figure them out on my own without instructions. So I'm kind of gonna just check out what's what. I'm assuming these are our coolant intakes, because this looks like one big, like a cooling pad that probably got batteries on top and bottom here. This is all of our data here. Is definitely data. And then our in and out power is probably a mixture of input and output, so we can tie them all together, because these are each 100 volts and we're building a 400 volt system. So biggest question is, well, as you can see, what's the best way to pick these up and move them? Second question is how to mount them. There was a little bolt underneath that had it attached to the, Tyler, you want to help me with this a little bit? So yeah, there are little mounting pads kind of things down here with threaded inserts. So that's how we mount them. And it's really nice because the little section we're going to put these in on the double cab has like a corrugated style floor, kind of like a bed does. Even though it's not a bed, but it's underneath there. It's underneath the bed technically. I was wondering how we would mount these in here, but these should fit in between the low spots or the corrugated pieces and work perfectly. Again, just it's the best way to get them in there, because you gotta get them in and angle them down, and as heavy as this is, that's not gonna work that well. So that's the next one to figure out. Stuff. But no, this is a probably something I should be pretty darn careful with. But this is the control board for AEM that we're using for the whole, you know, logic with all of this. This goes into the small drive unit over there to kind of tell that motor that's made by Tesla in their own proprietary language what to do. This tells that motor what to do based off AEM language. So I'll put that back until we need it again. Well, this is something familiar from our other kits. The J-plug to charge it. We know these. Really, there's just a lot of AEM stuff in here, which, like I said, is going to control pretty much everything we're doing in here. VCU, BMS, here's a satellite. We've obviously got a few of those to control all the different batteries. But it's, you know, it's going to be a little more plug and play than we've done before, but that doesn't make it easy. Biggest thing is I'm wanting to, you know, get to these bigger, higher voltage systems, because while the Lotus is fun and different, the Wrangler was fun and different being electric. They're still faster than they were, but they're not fast as you think. You know, people get in this Lotus and they're like, I thought they would have been like Tesla fast. Like, well, it's not Tesla fast just because it's electric. You know, if we're going to want to build some kind of crazy hot rod, do something crazy in a muscle car, it's got to be fast. You know, I mean, this, like I said, the Lotus itself is faster than it was with that original inline 4 turbo, but this is the kind of product that makes things fast. And while, you know, this double cab will be fast, a heck of a lot faster than it was, this driver, he's, you know, he knows the limitations of the actual double cab itself and the suspension. It's not like we're going to go out and track this thing. So, but it'll be efficient. It'll be, you know, a great running unit and kind of serve its purpose. So, but maybe I can do a dual motor on a specific muscle car that I have in mind one day, and this is the step to get there. So, more wiring harnesses, and the greatest thing too is, you know, previous kits that we had put together with Legacy EV had wiring but no harnesses. They're just wiring, and you used it all custom. So you kind of cut your teeth on those Hyper 9 systems. You know, pinning, how many pins I've done with Tesla modules and the controller inverters for the motors on those Hyper 9, especially on the double motor. You know, a lot of manual work there, and this will be nice to kind of teach me more about the tuning side and the, you know, the inside of these these and how they work and how to get them perfect, as opposed to all the extra pinning. But there's going to be lots of work with these, so just kind of excited to get this all open and see what the next steps are. Really, the biggest thing is just getting that motor to fit. We get that motor in. We'll kind of put everything in place from there. Pretty sure we know all the batteries are going to fit underneath the bed and a little cubby hole down there, a big cubby hole for 4 of these batteries. But I'm really excited for some fabrication, so look forward to some more videos on this, specifically about fabrication and that kind of stuff, and making sure nothing breaks when you hit the throttle. So check back then, and thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Boom, nailed it.